It's time for a check of your weather. You are taking a live look over Denver this evening, where those clouds are certainly building. I don't know, they have me a little worried.
Yeah, is there any rain in those clouds? Also winds again today.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. The worst weather out there, right? At least for Colorado.
Yeah.
We are going to be looking at a little bit of light rainfall for this evening.
Okay.
Nothing severe though, so a bit of good news. And as we look out there from Lookout Mountain off to the east, you can kind of see the darker skies bringing us a little bit of light rain. This shot too, overlooking City Park, downtown Denver in the distance, looking a little ominous on this Monday evening. Temperatures this afternoon were in the mid 60s for us, not bad. Some 70s off to the eastern plains, a little warmer, a little bit more sunshine out there with 40s and 50s more typical up through the high country. That record high sits at 86, last set back in 1910, certainly a while ago. It has been a busy afternoon on the radar as I'm tracking snow. Yes, snow early this morning up in the mountains and throughout this afternoon too. You really got to go up high, about 10,000 feet, 10,000 feet to see some of that. But here in downtown Denver, a little bit of light rain. Can't rule out, again, some gusty winds coming out of these storms and potentially a little bit of a light drizzle. Off to the northeastern corner of the state, a little bit more active, some heavier rainfall coming down and a better shot at seeing some lightning and maybe even some small hail. Otherwise, our friends to the south, they're dealing with high fire danger. We have red flag warnings in place pretty much south of Colorado Springs, parts of the San Luis Valley and the eastern plains. Wind gusts out there have been around 35, 40 miles per hour. That's set to expire by about 8 p.m. tonight. We'll be watching the cloud cover slowly moving out throughout those overnight hours as temperatures dip into the 30s. We're going to be getting pretty close to that freezing mark. So if you've already planted things outside, bring them inside. 20s going to be those overnight lows up through the high country too and into the foothills. We'll drop off into the mid 30s around Aurora and through Parker, Castle Rock too. So here we are about 7 o'clock, still showcasing some light showers off to the northeastern plains. Everything for the most part moves out by about 11 midnight tonight. We'll be left with a few lingering clouds out there, but not bad. Here we are, 7 a.m. A dry beginning to the day, but by the late afternoon, you nailed it. Here we go again. About 4 or 5 p.m., it's another round of scattered showers and thunderstorms pushing back in for the I-25 corridor. We could see a bit of snowfall yet again up through the mountains, and then these storms start to carry off to the east, but it's just going to be too dry out there to see them really ramp up and hold their intensity. Nothing severe on tap for us tomorrow. And again, a nice dose of some sunshine early in the day before those storms arrive. Pretty similar to what we saw today with these temperatures sitting in the mid 60s for us, more 50s and a few spots in the lower 60s. Up in the mountains, cooler around Nederland at 47 with more mid 60s in Highlands Ranch up toward Longmont and through Loveland. Looking at the Super 7 day, 70s on deck Wednesday, and then a stronger system moves in Wednesday night into Thursday. A cold front arrives with it, dropping us back into the mid 50s. It's going to be a cool and soggy Thursday for us, but we bounce back nicely into the 70s on Friday, maybe a few storms on Saturday, but pretty toasty with 80s on deck next Sunday.